Welcome to SC21 TV. I'm your host, Charla Bokikio. It is my pleasure this evening to be joined by Angie, Jessica, and Shash. They are part of the WIINS program, Women in Networking at SC. Welcome, ladies. Thank you. So I'd like for you to each introduce yourselves more appropriately. I didn't approach the last names for some of you, but tell me who you are and how long have you been involved in the SC conference?
Sure. My name is Angie Asmus, and I work at Colorado State University. I work in our networking and security operations department there, and I was a WIINS awardee in 2016 was my first year, and it's been 6 years I've been coming back.
Very good.
Hi, I'm Jessica Shafer from Georgia Tech. I actually started the same year that Angie did through the WIINS program, so
excellent.
Been coming back ever since.
Good.
Hi, I'm Shash Puttaswamy. I work as a research scientist at the George Washington University. So this is my fourth SC, but first time with Cyanide team. So yeah, wonderful experience. Excellent.
So what made you all apply for WIINS, and what made you want to be a part of Cyanide? Whoever, you can go in any order you like.
My manager actually told me about the WIINS opportunity to bring more diversity to SC and to Cyanide and to get involved. I was a middle career woman looking for what I really wanted to do, and I was just getting started in networking, and so it was a great opportunity for me to learn from other networking individuals. So I applied for the award, and I was lucky enough to be selected, and we came to Cyanide and learned about networking, and just being part of building a network has been a great career builder, great opportunities. Meeting people, networking with people has been amazing.
Excellent. What made you apply?
So similarly to Angie, which is great, I had a really supportive director at the time. He's now a few more levels above me. But,
work your way up.
Yep. But he was super supportive, and he came to me to let me know about the WIINS program, and he was like, have you heard of SC? And I was like, I have never heard of SC. So I was like, I'll take a look. And he said, yeah, I would like you to apply, and I'm going to support you going to this, regardless of whether you get it. And I was like, oh, well, that's awesome. So I looked into it, and I said, this sounds really interesting. And I was fairly new in my career as a network engineer at Georgia Tech. So I applied and very fortunately got accepted. So ever since then, that same director and my management chain have been super supportive, sending me back, and I'm coming back because the people are amazing. You get to work with cutting edge technology you don't get to touch back home, and the people are really inspiring, and everyone wants to be here because everyone's a volunteer who's building the network. And so being around other people who are so motivated and also great working team environments, it's contagious to want to keep doing it.
Sounds like a good time.
It really is. It really is.
Why did you end up applying?
So every time I would come to the computing conference from SC16, so I would just go to the Cyanide booth and just watch the glass show just to see what type of environment it is. The networking devices right there. It was amazing because I was an upcoming networking engineer. So I wanted to make sure I excel in this field since I had my master's. Every time it was my dream just to make sure I just touch those wires at least, to be honest. But I was setting up a Caltech booth right there. So once I moved to George Washington University, my VP, Brian Ensor, told me, I think you'll be a good candidate for WIINS team. You have to apply for this. And I just remember the glass door with all those, amazing racks and fiber just to touch them. I was like, okay, let me apply for this and see how it works. And yeah, I was very lucky to get this opportunity. I think the team is really great, and they're doing the great, because I think this is a data-intensive environment where there is a lot of challenges, and every day it's a new upcoming technology. I think Cyanide team is keeping up to that level, and it's all new, like advanced technology. I think any female getting this opportunity, I think it's a great thing for their career life. So
Yeah. I'm wondering did you all participate last year in the virtual conference?
Yeah.
How was that compared to this year for you? Or even past years? I'm just so curious, obviously you're here in person now because it's offering you something that you can't get virtually. So any little anecdotes?
So I'll start. The routing team team, and I've been on the routing team since SC16, and the routing team has to do pretty much year-round planning, and we coordinate with our vendor contributors really early in the year to come up with a design and also get support to actually build out the design. And so we actually put in a lot of the work and planning and everything with my other team leads. I was working with them. We put in a lot of work, and so at the time we really thought, okay, we have to plan for an on-site conference and be ready for that, and then be able to shift gears. And so we put in the work, we did all this planning, we had all these ideas, we're like, we're gonna make this happen to try something different. And it didn't end up going that way, so we got to try some other things and make some cool content for the virtual aspect.
Yeah.
But you kind of get that feeling like, oh, we didn't get to build it and see it happen and bring it to fruition.
Right.
And so that was a little disappointing, and that's actually part of the motivation for coming back this year as a lead, was I'm gonna help build this.
Gotcha. That's interesting. So what, I guess you sort of answered it then. What keeps you coming back? I mean, obviously you get a lot from this experience, from being in the same room with people.
I think personally it's so satisfying to work with 200 volunteers, fellow volunteers, where no one's getting paid to be here. So we're volunteering time and work to be here and work with all of these great people, not only these great women up here, but 250, 200 other people, to build this network, to come together from all over and accomplish something great. But there's also the networking aspect, and you network with other people in the IT field or networking field that not only helps you in your day job, but it helps with career advancement too. And so it's the satisfaction and just forwarding your career is a big part of it.
Yeah. Would you guys add anything else to that, or think that pretty much covers it?
I would agree with everything Angie said.
Yeah.
And the learning opportunities are incredible, both on the technology side, but also I picked up a lot of soft skills, managerial related skills, project management, from working my way up through different roles that have been available to me. And so it's a really great growing opportunity in like many different directions.
Yeah. I think sometimes when we think of like supercomputing, high performance computing, we think it's just about machines, you know, but it's really, it impacts people. And I love to hear you all talking about the people aspect. And a lot of the other guests I've already talked to have talked about that idea of how important collaborating and connecting with people at an in-person conference is. So I'd love to hear that once again from you guys. Anything else you wanted to add, Shash, about that? So what was your process like for each of you working your way up through SciNet to where you are? I think you kind of alluded to this before, but was there anything that you wanted to add specifically about that journey for you?
I think so. We came in 2016 together, and I think we were both pretty green, both in networking and with what SciNet was. And so our first year was kind of figuring out what SciNet really is, getting to know people, building those relationships, and based on the work you do depends, you know, if you come back or not. And we've both kind of worked our way up now. We've been team members, kind of the rookies the first year, and we worked our way up through different teams, and we're both team leads of each of our respective teams this year.
Excellent.
So I'm leading a group of 10, and you're leading a group of quite a few people to do different aspects of the network. So it's provided many opportunities, leadership skills, the opportunity to work with people from different universities. It's a pretty neat opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. I guess she told your story too.
Sorry, could I a little bit?
Yeah, please.
I do think I had some eye-opening moments, even in times when I wasn't necessarily told like you are in this titled role. It was there was a chance where I saw an opening to make something maybe a little bit easier for the team. I just went ahead and did it, and I coordinated with other people on the team, and people told me later like, hey, that really helped, it made things better. And I was like, you know, I could just do things and make things better and take charge on things that I see opportunities in. And from there, there were also other opportunities open to me by other people who were like, hey, do you want to be a team lead?
Yeah.
But it's really helped me to grow and get more of a leadership mindset.
Right.
And in addition to getting to learn all the cool technical stuff, I feel like I'm way more decisive. I'm able to lead other people and be confident in that.
Excellent.
So this is my first year with sign up. So that was like a challenging thing because I was really scared, like how the team will be. But they made me so comfortable because from SC20 we had everything virtual, and I think it's very great to have a mentor who's already a WIINS awardee. So they know exactly how the other new upcoming WIINS awardee will be. So I think it was a very smooth experience, and then I got to learn a lot of stuff. And I think the team are very friendly people, and they teach a lot. So it's a great,
Wonderful. I love to see women involved in such a leadership capacity here. I think it's super important, that diversity element. So congrats, guys. Bravo. Is there anything we didn't talk about that you guys really wanted to discuss or chat about? Anything? Did we hit all of our talking points? You guys were delightful.
Thank you. I guess just emphasizing that if you have an interest, what could it hurt to explore? You know, I was actually really nervous when I applied for the WIINS program. And when I read about SciNet, I was like, are you kidding? I'm pretty new in my career. Can I really do this? But it helped me that I had mentors in my career that encouraged me, and they said, I think you can do this. I think you should if you want to. And so that really helped push me in that first step. And from there, I grew so much. So if you have someone in your team who can be encouraged, if you can be that mentor, that's awesome. And if you can be someone who takes that first step to overcome that self-doubt, do it.
Yeah, I think in any field that is pertinent. I love that idea. So thank you for pointing that out. All right, ladies. Well, thanks again for the chat. I'm going to wrap things up here. Stay tuned for the latest in supercomputing from SC21 TV. Make sure to like us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel for more SC21 TV throughout the week. I'm Charla Bokikio.